Hey everyone, so in this video we're going over this week's Epic Weapons Cache. In this week's Epic Weapons Cache, there really isn't any truly unique weapon. We've seen all these weapons before. The first one we're taking a look at is Secretary Gao's Violent Pistol, 30% attack, a medium bonus to AP when attacking, Impair plus AP down. So this is typically a blue craft, so I do like that it's on a red weapon. It makes the weapon to be really unique and just different, and I enjoy finding weapons like this that you can't craft. It means the opponent doesn't really expect it, and although this is an offensive weapon, it gives you quite a bit of control in my opinion. The fourth slot is also pretty helpful, especially if you have a more fragile attack team. Like this type of weapon, I would say, is more of a support tunes weapon. It's there for control rather than instant power, although there is 30% attack on it. The last stat really just helps tank out your team a little more. The extra defensive bonus can definitely help if you're up against a very strong, a very aggressive defensive team. So it's just good to keep in mind that sometimes having a weapon like this could be useful on attack. I know a lot of people who want to go very offensive will go with Team Player 4, where you have a 15% attack and plus 35 crit to all tunes adjacent to the tune holding the weapon as well as the holder. But this weapon I think I could even make work. It's the type of weapon I would actually put on my Secretary Gao, where usually I'd use him for his turn 2 active skill to give 60% AP to 2 other tunes, and on the first turn, if I need to try and impair someone or AP drain them, I have that option. A better chance is about a 35% chance, so it's a decent shot. But it's about a 1 in 3 chance of actually impairing and AP draining, and even if the enemy is able to resist the impair, you cannot resist AP drain. Now, the next weapon is one that I think I've only seen like once, maybe? Sheldon's Savage Short Revolver. So 40% attack, so that's a huge amount of attacking power actually. So this is actually a very good weapon, it's very aggressive. A huge bonus to AP when attacking. AP drain, so when attacking, a better chance to cause minus 50 AP to the enemy. So that's pretty helpful for some control. And the last stat is interesting. So when attacking, a 40% chance to spread 1 negative debuff to an adjacent enemy for 1 turn. So this isn't pain spread. This would be like the 3rd tier instead of the 4th tier. And that's okay, like 40% is decent. It might be something that you switch out, or even if you don't, you might switch out the AP down and try for splash and then increase attack to 50%. Or you could just increase this to 55% attack, or go 50% attack and Team Player 4 on the last slot. This weapon I actually really like. The 40% attack, I don't know if there's any other weapon that starts with a base 40% attack. So this weapon is actually done up really nicely. I think it could go on some very heavy damage dealing tunes, and it could be very, very effective. I like that this is the type of weapon that you could use right away without having to modify it. Like, you can definitely modify it, but even if you didn't, it's still usable as is. And now, the last weapon in the Epic's weapon cache is probably the worst of the 4 weapons. Hina's Prepared Bamboo Staff, 30% HP, 15% defense. Bonus defense, so plus 35% defense when being attacked by enemies with more than 60% of their HP. The last slot, reduced critical hit damage by 50%. That's assuming you're getting attacked by a character on basic attacks or a multi-rush character which uses basic attacks and they're performing critical hits. So the 4th slot is very dependent on a critical hit actually occurring. Like this weapon, it's very defensive. I just don't think that it's that effective in the current meta. Right now, having a windowless team is definitely a huge advantage. And by windowless, I mean you have stun, taunt, impair, confuse, just something in that 3rd slot that prevents the enemy from consistently gaining AP off of you or consistently remaining in control. First thing I would change on this weapon is the 3rd slot and make it minus 50 AP when taking damage. You can then change the defense and either make it 30% defense or a huge bonus to AP when attacking, increase HP. There's not a ton you can do to make this a really great weapon. You can do little things to make it better, but in my opinion, there's just too many stats to change and not enough crafts to actually change them effectively. And something that I mentioned in each of my Epic Weapons videos, or at least I try to, most people are pulling on this Epic Weapons cache for the armory tokens. but I prefer to pull on the epic weapons cache when there are good weapons, just in case you have that 1% chance luck and you pull a 5-star weapon, at least it'll be a good one. So that's why I do these reviews. I find them to be fun to make, and it gets my creative juices and my thought process flowing on how a weapon could be improved upon, what tune could hold it, and just how I would make it better. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video. Let me know in the comment section below if you get lucky and you actually do pull one of these 5-star weapons.